I love when a video I put a lot of love and passion into instantly ages like milk in like 2 months' time. Really makes me feel good about myself. So, I've never had any plans of doing this before, sitting in front of my laptop and just like ranting with no type of script or written outline, but I just really feel a type of way. And I just want to rant real quick and like really touch base with y'all and talk to y'all, especially the people that have gotten into my channel from my Infinity Nikki video, which is currently my most popular video. Um, so 1.5 is a hot diggity dog mess. Literal dumpster fire garbage juice. What the fuck are we doing? Oh yeah, I'm gonna be cursing. So we're not gonna be very professional here. I'm not making any money anyways, so that's fine. Yeah, so Infinity Nikki 1.5 came out 2 days ago. And I was very excited. I was very much looking forward to it. Me and one of my best friends were really anticipating the co-op aspect of this update because we've been dying to play this game together. And if you have watched my Nikki video, if you've been around for a little bit, then you know how much I really like that game. I was actually getting really bold in saying that I loved the game, right? I was really singing high praises. I was really giving them their flowers. I was really just doing the work to spread the word of Nikki to people because I felt like this game was just so special and so amazing. And with a quickness, these devs have decided to spit in our faces and stomp out our wigs. So, where do I even begin? Let's start with the thing that really has me upset. So, they have decided, for those of you who are clicking on this video that don't play Nikki, for those of you that are Nikki players but are just late to the party, or you've been busy, you haven't been able to get on just yet, they have decided to retcon the entire beginning of the game, meaning that the story, the way that the story starts, the way that the adventures of Nikki and Momo begins, even like the lore of Nikki herself, like her background, how she ends up in the situation of the game, they changed everything. It is an entirely different sequence of events, an entirely different narrative, an entirely different reason as to why we're here, an entirely different tone and mood. They just decided to completely undo their previous work and change it into this. And I absolutely hate it. I absolutely hate it. It is crazy to me that they thought this was okay. I don't know why anybody on that team thought that that would make any sense. As somebody that got into Nikki with zero expectations on the story being good, frankly, I honestly assumed the story was going to be bad. And I had no anticipation of like getting into it and enjoying it because I was just downloading it for the dress up. I just wanted to walk around and feel like a little Barbie doll. But to my surprise, the story was very pleasant. The lore is interesting and gets a little dark and mysterious at times. There was intrigue, there was interest. I was engaged. I was really looking forward to where the story was going to go in the future. Like, I was here for the story experience just as much as I was here for the core, dress up, gotcha, simulation experience. Like, I was really here for everything. So them doing this really just killed my mood. Like, when I started up the game and I was seeing this sequence, I was forced into this quest and I'm looking at all this shit that I do not understand. I was kind of just like, okay, this is pretty. This is cool. This is cute. I don't really understand what's happening. I don't know what's going on, but I like it. Like, okay. I'm thinking that this is like the continuation of the story. I'm thinking this is maybe like, I don't know, maybe some sort of side quest that is revealing new stuff to us. I really don't know. I was trying to make sense of it, but I figured that there was sense to be made. And sadly, that is just not the case at all. So, I spend the day on Nikki me and my good friend Jakari XL, who you can subscribe to on YouTube, were playing Nikki all day on the 1.5 release. And when I had gotten off, and I go on my Reddit, and I'm just scrolling, and I see everybody talking about that quest. And that is when I find out that this is not just like a new quest, an addition to the story, or what may have you. This is a retcon. This is a rewrite of the game's origin. Everything was just completely changed. They erased Enna. They erased the ruins. They erased the whole thing of Nikki just being a normal girl that's going to prom, and she stumbles upon this magic dress that whisks her away into a fantasy land. And we meet Dada in the ruins, and that is what puts Nikki in association with Wishfield, because she met Dada, and Dada's like, come to Wishfield, join the guild, da 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 da. And then, things like that, and then boom. No, now Nikki is apparently a dimension-traveling, godlike figure that destroys worlds, and the Heart of Infinity is, like, slowly killing her on the inside. Oh, and the version of Mirrorland that we've been in for, like, the past 5 months, Nikki destroyed it. She killed that shit. It's been blown to smithereens. It's been deleted out of existence. But don't worry. We can just go back. We can go back to Mirrorland. It's going to be a different version. It's not going to be the same Mirrorland, but, like, we can just go back. So now, instead of it being, like, this seamless sort of transition of Nikki being whisked away, isekai'd into this magical world, she gets her happy ass on a boat and just, like, swims into a portal and just boops back into Wishfield. And it's just like, what? Why? Why was that necessary? Why was that necessary? It's such a slap in the face to the fans, to the players. Did y'all not have this story planned out? I thought that was the point of games like this. Like, I kind of assume these long-form live service games, these gacha games in particular, that, have these stories that are meant to last for fucking years and years and years and years, with endless amounts of development and lore and build-up. I could have sworn y'all at least plan ahead, like, at least the first year of writing, like, before the game even launches. So what the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? What happened? I heard that apparently there's been a lot of criticism that the devs have been getting about feeling that the story should be a bit more serious, and that, they need to do better with Nikki's character and make her feel more dynamic and more important, because she kind of is just like a nothing character, which is very true. I definitely agree with that. But did y'all think doing what y'all did was the answer to that problem? Y'all thought, okay, the fans don't really care for how Nikki is just like this boring flat girl who doesn't seem to really care too heavily about anything, good or bad, that happens to her. So let's just make her a multi-dimensional god figure that can destroy worlds. No, nobody asked for that. We were just telling y'all, like, when a bitch disses her and pisses her off, that she should be allowed to be pissed. We was talking about when bitches betray her and do her dirty, that she actually feels something other than, oh, well, it's quite all right. What should we do next, Momo? Like, that's all we were at. Like, that's all we was asking of y'all. We were nobody asked for this. And it just really blows my mind. Like, it really just makes you stop and think, like, okay, so if y'all felt comfortable just randomly changing up the entire origin of this game's story in 1.5, we're still in version 1. version 1, the game has been out for all of like 5 months or something, right? Like no more than half a year. That just tells me that y'all don't know what y'all are doing. That is the biggest red flag to me that shows that y'all have no sense of security in y'all own product and that y'all are oddly out of touch with your consumers, which is so interesting to me because it's like Nikki is a series. This has been a series of games that have been out since the early 2010s. You should know your player base better. Like, I get it, Infinity Nikki is probably the most mainstream entry in the franchise. It's the most accessible because, you know, it's not locked behind just being a mobile game, and it's a lot of people, including me, that have gotten into this game that were not into the greater franchise beforehand. But come on now. My point still stands, I feel like. What the hell is this? It's insulting. It's insulting, quite frankly. It now makes me not care about the story. Why should I care about the story if y'all can just change things at a whim going into the future? It's hard for me to care about the story now because y'all doing what y'all did with the beginning of the game and setting this new tone and telling us that the Mirrorland that we are currently in as of right now is not the same one that we have been in for the last couple months that we've grown to love and care for and get to know, that it's the same but different. It just feels really like icky. Like, it feels kind of fake. Like, okay, so this version of Dada is like not the same one that we've met. And also, it's just like in the back of your head now when you go back to like the Stylist Guild and you talk to Dada or you speak to honestly anybody that we've met up to this point, it just feels like, okay, so like Dada doesn't really know us. Like we don't really have a formal introduction to her now, because whereas, you know, we were discovered by her in the ruins, and then we had small talk and she told us about what this place was, and then she gave us the parapound. She was like, are you a stylist? If so, then why don't you come back to Wishfield with me and join the Stylist Guild? Like, come check it out. And boom, that's how we get sort of what's the word, inaugurated into not just the guild but just into the town to introduce Nikki into this new world, this new civilization, if you will. Now it's just like, well, we just magically plopped ourselves in the middle of this place, and, you know, I guess the people know us or whatever. Like, it makes Nikki feel even more alien than she previously did, but like in the worst way possible. Like, yeah, Nikki was a foreigner by all accounts, like in the sense that, you know, she's not from this world. But, you know, now it just feels really awkward. Am I making any sense? I hope I am. Now I don't have any desire to continue on with the story when they do decide to finally extend it, since, you know, we've been in fucking filler patches for the last 3 months, the last 3 patches, and it's been just a bunch of boring nothingness going on. But, you know, I've stuck around because I love the game. I stuck around because I kept wishing on the banners and getting these cute outfits and making new looks, even though there's been no sort of story content to dive into, which has been killing me because, again, I actually grew to really, really, really like the story. So I was, like, on the edge of my seat, biting my nails, like, bitch, what's gonna happen next? Like, what are we gonna do next? Let's go, let's go, let's go. Like, let's get it. I'm ready. And this is the treat that I get. This is the present that I receive. This is my gift. A retcon that nobody asked for. Duly noted. So now I don't want to play the story. And that's going to really kill the game because, quite frankly, that's like half the game, right? So it's just like when I finish the Mirror Crown and I have no more styling challenges to do and I'm done making all my clothes, what the fuck am I supposed to do then? What are you supposed to do when you're done with Mirror Crown and dressing up and you're out of ideas for a new outfit? And you don't feel like taking any more pictures? Well, I guess I'm going to get off because I'm not doing the story quests because the story has been ruined. The flavor has been tainted, tarnished, destroyed. And now there's a funny aftertaste. My taste buds are tingling, and not in a good way. And I detect poison kind of way. So it just really blows my mind. Like, they completely erased Enna. They completely erased the threads of reunion. what is going to happen to the threads of reunion. I could have sworn that was going to be like the end game dress, this big deal. But now it doesn't even show up. It's gone. It serves no purpose. Now the dresses we see at the start of the game are the limited 5-star dresses that are currently available to gamble on. So we traded narrative for gacha promo. We traded an honest attempt at storytelling for a rushed, half-assed campaign for our 2 new gacha banners and the Sea of Stars outfit. Okay. Right. Because that's exactly what we wanted. It just, it's just one of those things that really makes you face the music about the state of a lot of these modern games, particularly these gacha games. I mean, I don't have to be the one to say it. A lot of you watching this video probably already know this, and I'll be honest with you, I am kind of guilty of allowing these gacha games to a point play in my face, because truth be told, we all know that the gacha subgenre of gaming is extremely predatory and toxic. And honestly, when you stop and think about it, the fact that it has even become a normalized part of modern day gaming culture is crazy, because it is gambling. It is gambling. It is, in many countries, an illegal activity because it's dangerous. It's predatory. You can make yourself broke in debt if you are addicted to this shit and keep wasting money on these machines, right? These slot machines, aka banners, trying to get whatever it is that you want. And these companies, these devs, these games do a really good job at marketing to you to make you feel like you have to go for broke, quite literally, in order to have a satisfactory experience. And, it's easy to ignore some of the red flags in these games when you're having a good time. I mean, I did it, right? For those of you who are coming back to this video, to my channel, and have watched my previous uploads, some of you are probably familiar with my Nikki video, and I was very positive in that video. Some may argue, and feel free to call me out because I know it, that I was a bit dismissive about the more negative aspects of the game and was kind of gassing it up, if you will. I was very much just... I was making Nikki out to be like this sort of golden exception, this golden goose amongst the gacha crowd. She's not like other girls. She's not like other games. She's definitely way more generous. She's definitely way more free, right? No, absolutely not. And this patch right here has shown their true colors in broad daylight, because it's not just the story. We can get into the mechanical level too. 5-star outfits have so far been consisting of like 10 pieces, right? Maybe sometimes 9, but like 10 pieces max. And it seems that the stage was set so that, no outfit was going to exceed 10 pieces. Because again, if you want to have all 10 pieces of a 5-star outfit, that is going to be a lot of wishing. Why are the new outfits, the 2 new outfits that we, retconned the game's narrative beginning for, 11 pieces? 11 pieces? So we're essentially changing the pity system of the gambling for these 2 new dresses. And then they give us a half-assed corporate excuse and an apology letter talking about we did it because of animations. It was necessary for the quality of the animations. Socks, bitch. Socks underneath 2 long-ass skirts that you can't even see unless you purposely try to look up Nikki's skirt to see the socks. Those are necessary pieces. The socks are helping the animation quality, you say? Is that what that is? I beg to differ. I absolutely beg to differ. We all know it's giving very much semantics. It's giving very much beat around the bush. It's giving very much, girl, shut the fuck up. We did what we did, but we're sorry. And here's a 10 pool. And it's just really scummy. It's just really scummy. And then the dyeing system. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was very excited for it when I had seen that, like, okay, most of the colors are like locked and we have to unlock it. Okay, believe it or not, I was not mad at that. I wasn't. I was like, okay, whatever. Something to work for, right? Something to work towards. Whatever. The sort of mini completionist in me was like, okay, I'll just, unlock all the colors. Like, that'll be a fun little chore. Until I realized that the color palettes, you have to unlock all the colors per outfit piece. The unlocking of the colors is not universal. So you say you're dyeing a skirt and you want to make a skirt, black and pink, and you unlock the shade of pink and the black. And you, in your head, you probably think, okay, well, I got these two colors, so now I have access for them for everything. So I can just, make an entire black and pink outfit right here, right now. No, you can't. No, you can't, because now you have to go and unlock the black and the pink for the top. You have to unlock the black and pink for the shoes, for the socks, for the wristband, for the hairband, the hat. You have to go and do it per piece. And when I heard that, we need materials to unlock the colors, I was thinking like overworld materials, stuff that we can collect easily. But no, the materials we need to dye outfits are these special shards, which are given out in limited supply and are largely obtained through swiping your card. Y'all see the problem, right? Y'all see the problem. I don't think I have to spell it out any further. I've been ranting for 23 minutes already. I listen, I don't know if this video is going to be very eloquent or fancy and structured. Because, again, I am just going completely off the dome. I'm just speaking from the heart. There's no script. There's no outline. So there's a good chance that this is going to sound like very messy and all over the place and scatterbrained. So forgive me. But I just had to come and really, like, air this out. Because I'm really going to air these bitches out. Infold. Paper. Whatever you're called. Really? Really? We thought this was okay. That's crazy. So now I'm just sitting here wondering if I even want to keep playing this game. I really don't know if I want to keep playing this game anymore, which is sad because I was really enjoying this game. I was championing for this game. I was really going hard for Nikki because, and I made it clear in my video that, the game really helped me sort of get even more in touch with my femininity. I never lost touch of my feminine side, but through Nikki, I've sort of re-embraced with no holding back my feminine interests and feminine qualities. My girliness, if you will. And it just kills me that a game that really brought a lot of sentimental feelings to me is just going down the shitter because, like, pretty much all of these gacha games, like a lot of these modern games, the people behind them care more about statistics, numbers, and monetary value over integrity and just art. And it really kills me. So, for Nikki, for Zenless Zone Zero, for the Wuwas, the Genshins, the Reverse 1999s, the Arc Knights, the Cookie Kingdoms, all the gacha games. If you already don't know this, if you've been in denial of this, allow me to be the one to just tell you flat out. These gacha games are predatory. These gacha games do not respect you. These developers do not respect you. They don't respect your time. They don't respect your emotions. They don't respect your intelligence. And they do not respect your money. So act wisely and play wisely. For me personally, I think I'm done with Nikki. And to be completely honest with you, I've entertained gotcha games for a while now because let's just face it, right? They're bright, shiny, sparkly, with pretty character designs. They're all free, so if you're somebody like me that is not, that's got just money to spend at every which way, a free to play game is very enticing because I get to game my favorite hobby ever for no money. Cool. Well, I'm now starting to just feel really burned and just feel like, my time is just ultimately being wasted. And I'm done with that. I'm done with that. I am not trying to have some predatory, obnoxiously toxic subgenre of this medium to burn me out and make me not want to play video games anymore. I'm just not about to let that happen. So these gotcha games are girl, I'm wiping my hands off them. I'm done with them. Nikki, it's been fun. It's been great. I might stick around a little bit longer just because I really always wanted to play this game with my friends, and I would like to make at least a handful of memories, if possible, with them. So I might keep the game on my PlayStation for a little bit longer, but I don't know, y'all. Future of Infinity Nikki is just not concerned about including me in it, so I will happily opt out. So yeah, I don't know if this video made a lot of sense. Who knows? I might what's that one meme? That one like phrase on the internet? Felt cute, might delete later. Who knows? I might delete this video later and just act like it didn't happen. But yeah, I just had to rant and ramble and just air out my feelings about this because this shit is a mess. This shit is a mess, and I'm just very upset. So have a good day. I hope you guys, enjoyed. Feel free to check out my previous video talking about Pokemon Crystal if you want. And yeah, girl, I'm about to go play Oblivion.